What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today, of course, it is time once again to jump back into Beesmas Simulator, and today, the doomsday clock has hit 0. Yes, it's official, it is done. Beesmas has gone, potentially forever. And what I did is I logged on and I showed you guys what happened the very second that Beesmas ended. But there's also brand new stuff. There's so much to talk about. This is good. This is good. So yeah, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing amazing. 3, 2, 1, claim the regular hive. Not gonna lie, after a perpetual Beesmas summer, it is quite nice to see the old colours back in the map, the music back to normal, and of course, you may notice that Sunbear is still here, but his little RV thing looks a little bit different. Don't worry, we're going to talk about all of it. But yeah, essentially, in true dedication to Beesmas style, I flew 8 hours in the other direction so I could be online when Beesmas ended. Yeah, I'm in Canada right now, so I think it was like 1 a.m. for me, or maybe like 5 a.m. for the UK. But yeah, what I did is I just took little snippets of what happened at the end, and on it did actually say something yesterday as well, which we're going to talk about it. Let's get stuck in, but before we do, let's very quickly head down to Mr. Mushroom. There we go, Mr. Fungus, how are we doing? So I'm going to keep it short and sweet because we have a bunch of things to talk about in this episode. But yeah, Beesmas is now done, so just thank you so much for all your support over the Beesmas season. Of course, we cover everything and anything Bee Swarm Simulator, but Beesmas has been a massive part of this year, especially with all delays, all that kind of stuff. So if you have enjoyed the coverage of Beesmas and you've enjoyed hanging out, then please do leave a like on this episode. I'm not going to set a like goal or anything, but yeah, if you've enjoyed the content and you've enjoyed Beesmas on the channel and stuff, then yeah, please do leave me a like, and that'd be really, really nice to see. So yeah, thank you very much. Right, so before we talk brand new update and we talk about, well, technically it's like a temporary quest line that On It has already put into the game, I believe, but there's going to be more coming to that, obviously to do with Sunbear and to do with the golf dynamic. We talked about that in the last episode, but yeah, what actually happened, so like an hour before Beesmas was going to end yesterday, this first pop-up here happened on the screen, and it said, ho ho ho, say it ain't so, it's under an hour, there'll be no more snow. Which is quite sad. So this was like On It, he basically popping up a few little messages from Sunbear talking about the end of Beesmas. So this was like an hour from the end. And essentially what he does, and I think he's done this multiple times, is that he basically just spawns like a bunch of things into the map. So I have like a little bit of coverage of it. It's nothing too crazy, but you can see here that he was summoning in some meteor showers, which were dropping like this. And then he also did some robo parties, some of which were like really, really crazy, loads and loads of mobs. He also did some stick bugs. I'm sure I might have missed these ones, but I think he probably did like a bunch of festive sprouts and stuff. He was doing snowstorms, everything like that for the final hour of Beesmas, and it culminated in this final message here, which is up on your screen, which marked the end of Beesmas. So in a few seconds, you are going to see the game turn off. This is what happened when it was live, and then just before it turned off, boom, you got like this little Sunbear pop-up that said, uh-oh, or something like that, and then Beesmas was officially over. So this is where we find ourselves right now. That Sunbear pop-up has actually gone, but we do have Sunbear still left in the game, and you can see instead of the flags from his like games event or whatever, he now has this very special limited edition sticker. So you might be thinking, James, what is this very special limited edition sticker? Do not fear, I've got the answers. Apologies, by the way, if I sound a little bit funny, of course, just because old Jimmy doesn't have the best of luck at times, I immediately leave the country and bang, within a day, I get really sick. So I've just been full of cold for the entire time so far, which is great, which is fantastic. Good news for everyone concerned. Yeah, anyway, right. So yesterday before Beesmas ended, On It actually said this. So this was like the final time the Beesmas was going to be like extended, which I think was probably a good call. And he said here that Beesmas will actually be removed when the timer runs out this time. I've pivoted direction of the golfing mechanic I've been intending to add, and I'm still working on it. To help pass the time, I'm adding a temporary questline involving Sunbear and a few of the other bears that reward a limited edition stranded Sunbear sticker that will be available until the rest of the golfing quest and related content is complete. I'll spawn some stuff on all servers in the hour leading up to the reboot at midnight CST, and then there's an edit here that says after you complete one of these quests, they will tell you which bear to talk to next when you turn it in. So yeah, this was sort of midday-ish before Beesmas kind of came out. Sorry, Beesmas ended. So On It was mentioning, obviously, he was going to spawn a bunch of stuff in, but this is essentially a temporary quest line whilst On It fixes his new mechanic. So I'm going to say it again. And I've mentioned this on multiple occasions. I really, really think if I was on it, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that we've got like a little temporary quest line, but just make the new content in December. Like just give yourself a month, maybe all of November just to fix it and to make it really good and to have no time pressure and to make it really, really cool. And then when December comes around, people are finishing school, people are finishing work, then put the new content in. Don't rush it. Don't promise it too quickly. Don't just drop it like, in a week or so. Give people a little bit of time. Now you've got like this quest line in there, this temporary one. I think that's a really good idea. But just for the sake of all of Beesmas' sanity, just leave it until December, man. I think it's going to be great. And I know you might be thinking then, like, James, why are you saying we don't want updates? Give us the updates, man. Give us them thick, fast, and furious. But yeah, we've kind of had that situation before where, Onnit does get sort of fairly stressed out when he accidentally makes a promise and then doesn't deliver to it. So I think like giving himself that extra time is just for the benefit of everyone. And we don't get updates that often in Beeswarm, to be fair. We've just come off the back of a massive Beesmas event. So it's really, really cool that we've got this limited edition sticker. And maybe actually this could be another mechanic that happens in the game now, whereby like between big updates, Onnit could come and just drop maybe some limited edition sticker quests. So little things like that I think would be really cool. But if this is going to be like a brand new gameplay mechanic style thing, just give himself like a little bit of extra time. Make it really, really cool, and then everyone's going to be like, wow, this was worth the wait. But the good news is we could actually just get stuck straight into the quest line right now. So yeah, let's go talk to Sunbear. Let's go and see what he says here. Boom. So, someone was supposed to set up more golf courses a few months ago. Should be here any day now. I mean, I hope so. I got places to be. I talked with some of the other bears, and nobody has a clue what's happening, but we'll just give you some filler quests to do for now, I guess. If you complete all 7 of these quests before Onnit finishes whatever he was working on, you'll earn the limited edition Stranded Sunbear sticker featuring yours truly. Who wouldn't want a drawing of me on the hive? I agree. Oh, and we'll also give you 250 tickets and a super smoothie. Us bears pitched in together to gather those prizes. That stuff ain't cheap. So, how about them ability tokens? Some tokens of bees create ability tokens while gathering from flowers. Pick them up to activate cool effects like making you walk faster or unlocking critical hits. I want to see those token actions, okay? Earn those ability ace badge by collecting a lifetime goal of 25,000 ability tokens, collect 400 haste tokens, and collect 400 focus tokens. That might not be enough to keep you busy for too long, so how about you also collect 50 tokens created by bean bugs? Okay, what's a bean bug? It's basically a weird purple critter shaped like a walking jelly bean. They pop up in the fields every now and again. You can't miss them. Keep yourself busy with the quest while we keep waiting. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So, there we have it. We have our brand new sort of timed quest line. This is the first time we've ever seen like this little hourglass here in the top corner. And at this point in time, to be honest, I don't actually know like the other ones of the quest line, so I would imagine like it's not going to be pitched as super ridiculously hard because you're going to have like some players that, everyone kind of, I guess, wants to participate in this quest line. And if there's only 7 of them, then I don't know sort of where the difficulty is staged, but I guess these are just ones that you sort of get by playing, basically. You have to wait for the bean bugs to spawn, focus tokens and haste tokens, that kind of thing. You only just get them via just playing in general. So I don't mind that, though. I think that's actually kind of cool. So what I'll do is I'll slowly start plopping my way through the Sunbear quests in the background, and yeah, we'll get a little bit of a reward. But just before we finish today, I did mention at the beginning, potentially, that could have been our last Beesmas ever. Because with the way things have gone, we are not going to be getting a Beesmas this year, that's for certain. It's already, nearly November. Onnit has already said, there is not going to be another Beesmas this year. And why would there? Because we just finished one. But yeah, I don't know. I want to make a video talking about Beesmas in general, because Beesmas has always been like a vessel to bring the new content into the game. So every single year there's like a big event, obviously, whereby, we brought stickers into the game this year, which was technically supposed to be part of Beesmas, but then because of the delays, like it just didn't become that. It became 2 separate updates. Obviously the year before that we had RoboBear, that kind of thing. But do you think it's time for Beesmas to finish? hear me out, hear me out. I'll probably make like a proper full-on video about this, but alongside obviously having that new content, which I think is really, really good, do you still every single year want to do the same stuff over and over again? Like, do you still want to complete the reef? Do you want to still do the samovar? Do you still want to do the snow bear? All that kind of stuff? Or is there like another way of making that into a different update, maybe a different Beesmas, without having the same sort of repeaty things? Because I was thinking about that and I was like, well, I really, really like Beesmas, don't get me wrong. But how many years in a row can you do it over and over and over without it sort of feeling like a little bit tiresome? And I think on this year's Beesmas especially, like everyone, including myself, was so focused on the stickers that all of the other Beesmas stuff, I kind of just didn't pay attention to. I just sort of completed it in the background. I was like, yeah, let me just get that done. And then it was the stickers that was obviously the huge focus. But maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the kind of festive idea to have, you know, the candles and to have the snow machine and all that kind of thing. I don't know. It's interesting. We'll make a video on it properly, I think. But for now, could have been our last Beesmas. You never know. So I think for now, unfortunately, that is about it. That's all I can say. I'm going to keep sort of cracking on here with the Sunbear questlines, which are going to be sort of nice and fun to do in the background. Of course, anything new that's coming along, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. We are actively going to be getting a new update at some point with a brand new mechanic. Really excited to see what that is. And yeah, until then, and until the next one, thanks, and see ya.